driving around in circles thinking about the weather. All summer we've had less than a ½ inch of rain, and this is a combination of mowing my backyard. It's about 16 acres, and it's also a fire break. I had a couple of sessions, really hot and dry weather, very dry, under 10 humidity, and then we had some thunderstorms. Someplace in here, I think I'm still, this is about a month ago, I started cutting this. And then it dried up on me, and I was afraid to light a fire with a brush hog. Pleasantly surprised, I only hit one rock so far. It got inside the brush hog, went around for about 30 seconds before I got it shut down. And it shifted up a bit, and I'm pretty sure I'd have started a fire if it had been dry. We did get a couple of thunder showers. I think right here is still the month ago. Then I'll switch to here in a couple of minutes to the last 2 days. What I did for checking the weather is going out, and number one, the ground was wet, and then I run the grader, then I ran the brush hog until the tractor tires quit coming up wet. And then I just shut down. One case I didn't start again for a month, and in another case it was just a couple of days. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Well, I've been here 6 months. And partway through that 6 months, I got sick and tired of the internet and put in a Starlink antenna. I worried about it and checked the settings and speed testing and all that for a few days, and finally I just ignored it, and it's still doing okay. I guess. Haven't checked. It's a real good unit for I'm off grid totally. I'm not hooked to anybody's power line but mine. Run my system on solar panels. So I would say for what it's designed for, which is rural, off-grid type situations, I recommend the Starlink. Easy to set up. And just no worries so far. Then we'll have to think of some more stuff to talk about here, because I got about another half hour of this mowing on film. There, I'm squaring this edge off. I think this is just before the hydraulic line blew. It's out of service with the tractor for a while too. Because we're going to jump here in a couple of seconds forward about a month. There we go. Let's see, I jumped the opposite end of the field too. Interesting field in here. I raised some sheep and cattle, done both. And I'd like to have some cattle in here, somebody else's, so I don't have to worry about them. However, it's not fenced. It's got probably 2.5 acres of willows. Later on, I'll be trimming in and around those. If you knock them down and get them out of the way a little bit where the limbs aren't batting you in the head, this brush hog will cut those willows off. Drive right over them. Have to gear down, otherwise it bogs the engine down. Anyway, it's good for a field to be cut. Had some thistles come up, and I think I got them cut before they ripened, or the majority of them. And some other grasses here that I'm not familiar with. But pretty much when I cut it, then it looks, at least in this section here, it's green underneath. This is an old creek bed between the, look down there between those trees. There, I'm looking back, I'm mad at myself because I don't have the mower low enough. Go back over that sometime. Anyway, looking down between those trees is an old creek bed to run through here. It just runs water in the wintertime, spring. Dries up in about May, and the ground dries up in about June. You bog a tractor down out here in the wintertime. Unless it's white and frozen. Kind of decided to take pictures of this this day at kind of the last minute. I reached down and I'd put my phone in my pocket, so I went ahead and started shooting. So this is all handheld with a, where are you anyway? This is a iPhone 13 or something. I really like the film from it, or the pictures from it. There's that piece where I didn't cut low enough. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. And that's a shame to it's kind of a shame to not show some of the rest of the other end of the field, so I'll speed it up and we'll run down there for a bit. And we'll slow her back down here in a second. Second gear, raise it up an inch, and back to normal speed. I'll probably do some more of this later on when we get a little rain. Go along and knock those edges down and cut it. And I've got some excavator work to do down on the other end. What am I doing here? Well, that's it for now. I want to thank you for sticking with us this far if you did. Like and subscribe if you care to. Have a great day.